I'm getting like the titles that I want, like director, assistant director, this, that, creative, but like I can't live off of that. I can't live off of titles, and my mental health is deteriorating, and I feel it, and I've done so much work to try to get back to a space where I can like just simply just interact with society properly.
Being pictures, you're naturally natural.
Hey you guys, I'm just walking because I've been bed rotting today. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up like around 6 today. I had a very crazy dream, but that's besides the point. Maybe I'll talk about that another time. But I'm just walking right now. Been bed rotting. It's currently like 5, but I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning. I took like a brief nap, but like not really. Not anything for me to be like I've been sleeping all day, you know? So what I was about to say is that I went into bed rot today. I'm actually not depressed. Nothing's wrong with me. But it's kind of like I convinced myself, or I started to question if something was wrong with me just because I want to lay in bed today. Just because I want to rest and like not interact with the world right now, you know? I think that's very interesting. So I had to like kind of shake that mindset. It's like, girl, you're not depressed. You just want to fucking lay down. Yeah. And it's also like you feel this level of guilt for like not doing anything today. I mean, there's most days where I don't actually do shit. So maybe that's also where it's coming from. Maybe I wouldn't feel this way if I was always productive. But I'm just like, what is productivity? And why do I feel like I must be it? I've also just been sitting with a lot of things. I talked to a friend of mine, like the sweetest person, honestly. And they're going through a lot. And when they were talking to me, they were just like, you know, I don't got shit figured out. I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I don't fit in. And I just thought that was so interesting because the people that they're talking about that have their shit together is like me. Like they're comparing themselves to me, and I'm just like, wow. And I had to like really bust out illusion for them because comparison is the thief of joy, for real. And I'm realizing that us creatives, bro, the economy's hard and we're all broke. No one has shit figured out. No one has shit figured out. You know, you might see someone and yeah, I look cute. Yeah, I'm dressing nice when I go out, but I'm putting together outfits out of a suitcase because I don't have a proper wardrobe. I'm getting creative because I don't have access to the things that people probably think that I have access to. And I think that as creatives, because we're not honest about how the process is, it's causing a lot of us to be depressed and lose ourselves. We're not able to tap into our full potential. Like, why did the creatrix cross the road? To get ingredients for a pina colada, duh. As I was saying, comparison is the thief of joy. And so what I'm finding is because us as creators, because we're not honest really about our process. And I get it. It's hard being vulnerable about not knowing how you're going to pay rent. Like, how you're going to get to back and forth to events that you're booked for. You know what I'm saying? I get that's vulnerable. But at the same time, like, we're losing a lot of great people to depression. And it could all be avoided. It's just like, who's gonna be that one person who's gonna be honest? And it's like, I'm willing to do it, but unfortunately we live in a place where people care too much about what things look like. I remember there was a period, bro, and it was like when I had the most motion, you know, like when people thought I had everything. I was staying in one room with my whole fucking family, with one bed and like a pull-out bed that would be on the floor. And it was like this for me for about like 5-6 months. And it's embarrassing, you know. And I really appreciate the people that are allowed close to me and who acted like it was a fucking 5-bedroom house, you know. I really do look back at that, and the creatives that were honest about their situations made me feel like I wasn't gonna sink, like I wasn't gonna drown. So it's not all what it looks like. If you're struggling right now, bro, I'm 24, bro, it's not easy. Definitely if you're a creative, it's really hard. And it sucks too when you know someone and they're going through things and they feel like shit, but you just know them to be like the most amazing person in the world. It's hard. Let me get my ice cream and the rest of my ingredients for my pina colada, and then we'll get back to yapping. I'm saying this to say that also what I learned from living in one room with my family for an extended amount of time, I recognize that other people live their whole lives, you know, confined to a room with their family. But for me, that was already the couple months that I did have to do that. It was already very traumatic, and it's more than I would ever care to experience again. So yeah, what I learned from that experience, it was just like during that time while I was inside that room, I would just daydream about the life that I wanted, what I was gonna do once I got out of that room. I fantasized and dreamed about my dream apartment, how I was gonna decorate it, all that. What else did I think about? I just dreamed a better life for myself. It was hard. There are a lot of days where I was crying and I was like, felt like this is just gonna be how it is for eternity. But the crazy thing though is like, after I moved out of the room and I got an apartment, something strange happened. I moved in my apartment and I was happy. I was so thankful. And then I started to compare myself again. I started to compare myself to people who have apartments. And it stopped me from making all the content that I wanted to do. I would always tell myself that once I moved into my own place and I had a space of my own, I would start my YouTube channel. But then it was like, once I got my apartment, I started comparing myself to other people who had apartments, and I felt like my place wasn't up to par. It wasn't good enough, when all I needed this whole time was myself and confidence, you know, and the belief that my art and the things that I have to talk about are important. And it just sucks because we talk ourselves out of most opportunities. We're our own enemies. And so because we're already hard on ourselves, we don't have the room to compare our lives to other people. Shit's hard as fuck. I just got some juice. Calipo, 5 CD. 5 CD. Insane. I don't know, things get a little bleak sometimes. And I know it's hard to keep the faith when you see getting one Black Rock, Calipo, and a little thing of ice cream as a treat, as a reward. When you see people posting on Instagram fucking creme brulee and desserts being set on fire. But this is sufficient for right now. All right, we're back. I wanted to like get back inside the house to talk a little bit more on the subject, and then yeah, we're back. Let me get Bonnie right. She wants to sit in for the conversation. I was saying, you know, it's hard to be content and try to be happy. I get it. Definitely when you're comparing yourself. It's hard when you see your peers, definitely other creatives, and they're posting videos from like Kozo and like rooftop lounges and stuff, and then you're just struggling to try to figure out how you're gonna get it right there and back from Aria. And definitely as a creative, it's like, if you're not always out, you kind of fade into obscurity, and it sucks. It also sucks to be forgotten about, to feel forgotten about. Definitely when I know that creatives cherish community more than maybe the regular 9-to-5er. But I think about all the things I kind of robbed myself of, just being depressed and sitting in the lack mindset, and how my financial situation, although it was ass, trust me, it was ass, I would cry and lay in bed all day and just fucking cry, you guys. But I'm realizing that that wasn't what was really eating at me. What was really eating at me is the idea that other people are living this life that I do not have access to, and that I feel like I'm left out and I don't fit in. And it causes me to have imposter syndrome of my creativity, and that sucks. It's like, why now is it that wealth kind of like equates to creativity? I know that we don't think that, but like that's how it's treated in society. It's like, if you have more money, you're most likely going to be seen as more creative or more cultured, or just having access is a indicator of creativity to some people. And when you don't have that access, you start to get imposter syndrome. But I'm telling you, like, these people with money, that don't necessarily mean that they're creative. It's also wild because it's like, my friend, I was like, they're like, you have your shit together. What? Who? This one? I have my things together. It's nice to know that that's what people think of me, but it's also kind of scary, because if that's the conclusion that everyone has drawn about me, I can see why sometimes it's hard for me to navigate these spaces and feel genuinely seen. It's also like, people believe that they can only interact within their class, and that's like sick, you know, that's nasty. This one was 8 CD. It's really good though. Focus. This one was 8 CD, and then the Calipo was 5. That's crazy, right? Because the Bala Kinke is like 5 CD. At least last time I checked, it was 5 CD. So it's like, this is the same price as Kinke, a juice box. Okay. I'm really considering like posting some of my video diaries from when I was in that point of my life, when I was staying in that room. Something I don't want to put too much of my business out there, but I do kind of want to paint a picture of the situation. It was like, when I was living in that single room with my family, we were all confined to a room. That was when I was but that's when I was around the most opulence. At that time I was working for like one of Ghana's like richest men, right? Like one of the richest, bro. I'm talking about, I got to see his hotels and his properties and like his street, like, you know what I'm saying, like a really big dude, and seeing how the other half really lives. And meanwhile, like, I'm living in this room, and the thing is, it's like my job, the office was only like 5 minutes away, walking. So it was literally right around the corner, and the room was located in airport residential, and if y'all know that, that's like a really good area, and I was just surrounded by a lot of people with money. And I felt like such an imposter. I felt like a fake. I felt like a phony. On top of the fact that, like, I'm an American, so they already assume that I have money that I don't have. And I was put in these spaces, and, like, the way they would talk to me was, like, under the assumption that I have money. I remember, I don't even like saying my boss, because this nigga was really my collaborator. He was really my mentor until he fucked me over. He hurt me really bad, bro. I'm gonna do a story time on that. Because we get taken advantage of by, like, smart business people. But anyway, I digress. I remember coming to him crying, bawling my fucking eyes out, because my grandmother had got diagnosed with cancer. And I know that my parents were already trying to, like, do GoFundMes and stuff to sponsor, to pay for her treatments. And we were already living in that one room. And so I just broke down one day and I told him, I'm like, it's hard. Like, my grandmother's sick. I don't have like a steady living situation. My living situation sucks ass. And he looked at me so blankly, like it was like fake sympathy, because I don't think he believed me. As a matter of fact, I know he didn't believe me. He probably thought I was being dramatic. But it was so real to me, and it's just like, it's hard being a creative and like having to convince yourself that you're worthy. Definitely when you don't have the capital or the money to express yourself and express your art the same way. And I find it very interesting is that us creators who don't have much, we make a lot. We do a lot with what we can get. And it's like, then you see these creators with lots of fucking money still take advantage of us and steal our style and rip our style. And it's like, you have access, you know. I know this almost might sound privileged still coming from an American that lives in Ghana, because I still recognize my privilege. Even the fact that I was able to get that job, get that gig with my living situation, when I know that there are a whole lot of other talented like creatives, Ghanaian creatives, who, because of their living situation and stuff like that, people don't even give them offers. And that's fucked up. You know, that's one thing that I do kind of want to talk about when it comes to living here in Ghana, is like, people gatekeep from the ones I needed the most. And that's so sick to me. Like, I see these people and it's like they'll gatekeep from like a small up and coming brand or something. But if a bigger person, someone that they see as more worthy or of a higher caliber, they're willing to give all their information, even if it's at their detriment. And it's so sick. It's so sick. I just want better for my people. And it's not easy, bro. It's not fucking easy. Yeah, it's just fucked up, because us as working class citizens, we often are the ones that are the most empathetic. And we also are the most aware when it comes to like the small privileges that we do have, you know. I kind of hate that I have this guilt. I have this guilt that I'm right now in a position of where I don't have to pay my rent and I don't have to struggle necessarily. And I have this level of guilt, and that's so fucked up. It's so messed up that like this world has told us that we are meant to work and struggle, and like if you happen to have a little bit of a silver spoon, like you're not playing on hard mode, and inherently you're privileged. And it sucks, because it's like, I notice the ones who feel the most beat up about this are the ones that come from working class households still. It's not like I'm not a debee, bro. I'm not a fucking debee, bro. Like, my brother doesn't even go to international school because it's so fucking expensive, y'all. Like, we're not debees, bro. Like, that's not even it. And this is also goes to my friends in the States. It's like a lot of them, their parents kind of like kick them out at 18, or they're left to fend for themselves. And so us who are like living with our parents and have the opportunity to save money and put stuff aside, feel like this sense of guilt for not being able to like provide for ourselves in a world that makes it so hard, that makes it impossible almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, we feel bad for not being a cog in this motherfucking machine, and it sucks ass, bro. It sucks so bad. It sucks so bad. It's like when you do get it, you're left to feel like bad. So it's like we only feel good if we are able to live off of the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. We don't even believe that we're entitled or we're deserving of a comfortable life without any work. Why do we have to work? It's so mad like that. I like it sucks even that like as a creative, I have to think of ways to make money off of my art or I will die. I won't have money to live, so I die, right? It's either that or I work a regular normie job. Nothing's wrong with that, but it's just like what a position to be put in. So I understand the stress that my fellow creatives are feeling. Like I'm feeling it too, and it's getting hotter. The pot is boiling. I just wish us as a creative community here in Ghana, I mean, we do talk about how tough it is, but I don't understand why everyone's acting like people have it unless they tell you that they don't. If you know you don't have it, why are you expecting someone else to? It's really sad. And it's like you're expecting someone else to have it so you don't have to honor them at their full potential. You know it's fucking hard for you to get, you're putting on the production, you're putting on the event, and you know that even the transportation for you to go back and forth is questionable or it's a lot. Why aren't you, once you get that money back from the event, why aren't you paying out people? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things that we're doing within our own community that are causing us to sabotage each other, you know. Do we need to be open about our finances? Is that what it is? Like, do I need to like proclaim that I don't make as much as y'all probably think I do? Do everyone else have to do these DJs have to tell you that they're struggling to get transportation back and forth to the events that you've asked them to do? And so when you delay their payment, it's hard on them. You know, a lot of people, the price of living here is going up. Like, it's not coming down. It's not coming down. Like, it's not. And it's like cool if you have American money. I don't have American money no more. I don't fucking have, bro. I don't have. And I haven't had like American money unless it's like some family sent me like $50 or a friend sends me $10 or $20 here. But like, bro, like what the fuck? I haven't made American money since like the first year of me being here. I just had to get that off my chest, bro. Because I think a lot of people don't fucking get it. And it's like they expect you to look so down and poor if you don't got it. Why do I have to look like I don't got it? I love myself. I want to look nice. I'm going to keep finding ways to rework these scarves that cost $5 fucking cedi. Because I get it done, but not everyone has it. So when you delay people's payments or when you judge them based off of how much you think they make, you're hurting the community. You're only hurting yourself as well. Because the same construct and the same pedestals that you're putting these people on, you're perpetuating these stereotypes that you will now be subjected to. If you are thinking that I have it like that, and I'm going to think that you got it like that now. That's what I'm going to think. I'm going to think that you think that like just 100 CDs is just chump change. But it's not for me. It's not for me, bro. Even now, like, this is a treat, bruh. And you know, I'm taking this tolerance break, but partially it's because I don't have the money. I don't have the money to support my weed addiction. And, like, that's real. And that's so real, y'all. Fuck, I know, like, I love Ghana. And comparatively, right now to the States, this is where I'd rather be. And it is easier to be poor here than it is in America. Because, like, if I was operating the same way I am here in America, I would be on the streets. I would be homeless. And it's also like here, people don't recognize that your clout and your recognition does not pay the fucking bills, okay? There's artists here that are big who do not have no fucking money. And that's another thing. Like, we gotta be honest. You creatives are also scamming on the side. And that's okay. But don't push this lifestyle like all your money is coming through your creative endeavors, because you're making these other creatives who are not willing to subject themselves to such crimes feel inadequate, feel like they're not doing enough, that they're failing. Be fucking honest, bro. Don't push this whole lifestyle like this is based because of your creativity. Like, I know people who are scammers, and that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but I'm not judging, right? Because we're in this place, like, it's hard. Like, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna say too much, but like, there's people that are scammers, and that's where they're getting their money from. People doing nefarious acts for money. But they're making it seem like they're getting that money from their creative endeavors, and then also now trying to perpetuate that idea onto the creatives within our circle, so everyone has a unrealistic idea of what it's like to be a creative here. And the shit's fucking hard, newsflash. If you didn't know, this is coming from an American who's light skinned, who probably has hella privileges up the ass. And it's still fucking hard, bro. And not to mention the gatekeeping, the fucking, like, the horrible clickiness of the creative culture here, the creative thing here. Also, people are fucking liars. People are liars, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's dog eat dog. That's cool. For the people who are, like, feeling bad, feeling less, feeling like they're not doing enough, this is a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey. And you just gotta find a way to make light of every situation, to speak kind things to yourself, to validate who you are as a creative and what you bring to the table. Because your pockets being light will cause you to have imposter syndrome, but that's not a reflection of your creativity and the light and the love that you bring into this world. And it's so sad that people are wanting to end things. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm getting gaslit. Sometimes I be thinking, because for how much they flex and how much people lie here, I be thinking that maybe I'm getting gaslit. Maybe everyone is getting paid except me. But then I be talking to other people, they ain't getting paid either. So where the hell is the money going, y'all? Where the fuck is the money going? You know? Where's the money going? You gotta get the last of the juice. It's finished, y'all. I guess that's mostly my TED Talk. It's just my rant. I feel I asked my friend to release all their burdens on me and to tell me what's going on. And they did. And the way that I alchemize that energy is by talking. And I feel like this would be a good way to alchemize that energy. So I'm sharing it with you guys. Because my friend's burden is my burden. And my burden is y'all's burden. Because this is community. And at the end of the day, if you're not the 1%, my burden is your motherfucking burden. Right? Because, like, we're all collectively suffering, right? Or am I wrong? Right? Right? But that's it. I'm about to make my pina colada, my how much in total would that be? You probably get like 3 cups out of the servings that I got. It was 3 CD for a shot of Black Rock. The juice, I used the Cocoa Pine Calipo. That's 5 CD, so that's 8 CD right there. And then the ice cream is 12, but you divide that into 3, so that'd be 4. So 8 plus 4 is 12. So my 12 CD pina colada. If y'all want a tutorial, I might drop that one day. Like cocktails with Creatrix, where I just make my cheap ass cocktails because I refuse to pay for these cocktails at these lounges and bars. Why am I paying 80 CD for a cocktail? And you could be like, oh Malachi, that's just $7.50 in America. Well, I'm not making American money, so I'm not with the games. Why are we in Ghana comparing the Ghana cedi to the US dollar? Are we in America talking about, oh well, that's only some in euros? No. And I think for you to compare the US dollar to the Ghana cedi every time I complain about a fucking price, you're racist, or you're like ethnicist or national whatever the fuck. Like, why is it when I complain you want to do the conversion rate? When I am a Ghanaian citizen, like I have my citizenship. I've been living here now, and I'm only making Ghana cedi. If I'm making money, it's in Ghana cedi. So it's just like, that too is also irritating. Oh, Lord, y'all almost got me started. But anyways, I'm going to make my pina colada. I'm gonna make my pina colada. I might do some poetry, and I'll check in with you guys. This is what I didn't record on Sunday because it was Sunday. I was tired, and then like I said, I've been bedridden today. But it's like day something at my tolerance break. It's like day 3 or day 4. It's like day 4. How do I not know? When did I start this? I don't even remember. Like, my brain is just right now. But I love you guys. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. See y'all later. Bye. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. I don't know. I just had a really bad, like, I don't even know if it's like, I just throw fucking tantrums. Like, honestly, I would only say that it's like anxiety attack, just because I really can't like control it. And I know that I feel a lot of anxiety and stress. It's like, I feel like I don't have a reason to be tired, and I'm so fucking tired. I'm being triggered like really bad right now. I don't want to sound selfish, but like I need to feel understood, because I don't think people understand. Like, I don't even want to say poverty, because I know people have it worse than me, but like not growing up in like a stable environment as a kid really fucks people up. And like, even in adulthood, I'm still triggered. I don't even give a fuck, honestly. I feel like a lot of invalidation comes because I keep telling myself other people have it worse, but for me right now, this is my fucking worst. Like, I don't like this. Anyway, during COVID, we all had to share like a boys' quarters. I mean, during COVID, like me and my parents and my little brother had to share a room at my aunt's place, and that was fucking hell. I hated it. It's not ideal to share a room with your mom, your dad, and your little brother. Definitely being like a growing woman. And I feel bad for my brother, because like he's a 14-year-old boy, and like he has to share a bed with me. It was sick pandemic is like, I don't even know why we're doing all of this for. Like, that shit is just sucks. And so now our current situation is like, we're all sharing this room. And everyone's gone right now. My brother's at school, my dad and my mom are at a conference. And this is the only alone time I have. I'm just not happy. I'm not fucking happy. And I feel like people look at me and they look at my situation and they're like, oh my god, like, she's doing so good. Bitch, I'm struggling. I'm at this, like, I'm on this, like, back and forth with myself because it's like, I'm getting, like, the titles that I want, like, director, assistant director, this, that, creative, but, like, I can't live off of that. I can't live off of titles, and my mental health is deteriorating, and I feel it, and I've done so much work to try to get back to a space where I can, like, just simply just interact with society properly. I've been fucking smoking every day, like, I drink every day, like, I'm not happy. It's hard living here. It's hard. I think very little sympathy is given, which is fine, because, like, why do you need sympathy? That shit ain't gonna give me my own place or food, but it's just like, I just feel like invalidated. I haven't even smoked today, so I know, like, if I would have smoked, I wouldn't have been crying, because I just wouldn't have felt shit. Like, I just don't want to feel anything. I don't want to do anything. Like, and I don't know why it's like that for me. I know other people, when they're in, like, really bad situations, that's when they feel the most motivated. Me, bitch, I'll lay over and die. You want to make life hard for me to live? Okay, I won't fucking do it. I won't fucking do it. Yeah. My fight or flight response is either fly or fucking freeze, bitch. I'll just sit here and wait for the world to end. I'll burn along with it. I, like, when I'm in a space that just, like, I can't. This is not motivating me. I need to be in a place of goodness to work out a good, like, I can't. Like, coming into this room, it does not give me the drive or the motivation. I'm just angry. I'm gonna go home.
To be in pictures. You're naturally natural. You're gonna be a big star. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.